Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Celtic Tigers going up against the Ravens.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Slot man moves right. Back to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 78 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And now Lynch. A strong running. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now a first down following that long gain. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first down. It's Lynch. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. In the red zone this time.
Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen.
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down near the 42. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely 1st down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage right that run after catch.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Dubliners with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Lynch to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
And he coughed it up, and the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. To throw is Lynch. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
2nd down following the incompletion. Back to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. There he goes, left side. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well, but boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
They'll go with the keeper, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. The give to the fullback on the dive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On the give, this is their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Lynch looking to throw on second. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go.
They go counter with Howard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, Black. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
He'll drop to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go now. Speed, no, check. Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 10 yards still left on second down.
Go! Leopard! All right, now. Set!
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Go!
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On third down, Lynch. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. K.D. Cannon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start at a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go.
The slot man in motion right. Now Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 27 yards on the game there. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
All right, here we go. Leopard.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Watch him now, Barney.
Play action. Now Lynch. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. They'll go option to the short side. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Green, 39.
In motion, the tight end. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his 3rd quarter in Indy. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Seven yards remain now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a first down. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. The tight end Henry here in motion. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
And now Lynch. And fights him off. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll set up a throw, and that's complete to Cooks. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Go on! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue Niner.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, it's Mixon. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Staying on his feet. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now here come the Ravens. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll start out here with the option left. Oh, nice move.
Whoa!
It still won't go down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. First down and goal to go from the 7. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.